finished the ship that we wanted to in the trilogy. If you're jumping in, hello to you. Hi, good day, wherever you are. Glad to see you on. Again, we're building the trilogy to this whole break, this Easter break for some of us, and others, different type of breaks. Anyway, so we got to this point right here. We got to this point, and we're going to move on now and add the rest. We're building the 7184, guys. That's what we're building today. That's where we are now. We already built the 7662, and we're building the partnership to that now. All right, guys? So let's jump into it and finish this up and move on. We were talking about all the different ships, the old school style, and how great they are, and people should go out and get them because, you know, they're iconic. They're not going to come back. Basically, none of them's going to come back the way they were. You know, if they build them, they'll build them slightly different, so you're not going to be getting the same ship. Doesn't matter how you look at it, you're not going to be getting the same ship. But anyway, let's get on with the build. Again, if you jump in, great to see you, great to hear from you. All right, let's continue this build. So we'll add some back here. We'll add one of these. Again, great seeing you guys. If you're jumping in right now, I sort of like got this separated yesterday so it's just much easier to find the gray pieces and whatnot and the brown pieces. Right, so I did a little work on that. Again, building this out of my garage, and I had to like go find pieces that were missing and stuff like that. So, you know, you got to work with me here. Right, so we need to add 2 of these corners. Okay, we got 2 corners here. Okay, and we're moving up. So, as I said in the last one, it seems like they put this one particular piece. That's how they used to make the seats before they moved on, right? This particular ship was released in 2000. So this is how they made them. Okay. All right, let's drop this in right here, like so. And we'll add a red just right there. Like so. I want to make sure I'm giving it enough distance from the back. Right. We need a brown going across 2 times. It's just right here. It'll be a 4. Excuse me. So get these away. Just makes life much easier, right, guys? Again, great to hear from you guys. If you're jumping in right now, great to hear from you. All right. Just getting these separated here, guys. Again, makes life easier to work with. 2 of these. And 2 4s. So we get one of these here. Corners. And we'll need another one of those. And if we can just find this brown. Here we go. So this is the brown piece we're missing here. Like that. Comes up more to the front. Notice 1, 2, excellent. And then we add this all the way up here. Move this a little closer. Okay, so we're looking really good here now. We'll add some corners now. Again, they made these in a color that you're not going to find out there anymore. So if you're trying to build it, I'm saying that on our last live, that you're not going to be able to find it out there, you know. You see it when it pops up sometime in places like France and whatnot. So it's really, really hard to find, really, really tricky to find. It's a good thing I used to buy old sets anyway, so anything left over, I had it in my garage there, you know, just to fill in, because it would be a nightmare trying to find all the pieces online, and the cost, again, is crazy, absolutely crazy. All right, so we add one of those there, and another one to the corner over here, similar to the last ship. The corners, again, it's just that the color is pretty hard to find. Right, so let's move on. Enough of my yapping. Let's move on and move to the next level, right, guys? As I said, the situation with the instructions is really critical. They couldn't find the instructions, so there are no instructions. You have to pull it offline, which makes it sort of tricky to work with. If you build online before, and you would notice that it's really, really difficult to work with if you can't get the live instructions to work with. It's really, really difficult. So bear with me. And Lego has also changed up, I have to say this, Lego's changed up how they do the instructions on there now, so it's really, really tricky to get it. When you try pulling it up, you put in one number and it's coming up with a lot of different things, especially in Ninjago. I don't need to plug that, but that's basically, it's coming up with a lot of Ninjago things as opposed to the instructions that you want. I have called them and asked them why they have done that, but they really haven't given me any real answer. Anyway, let's move on with this build. Like I said, it's kind of tricky to get it up, but we will do it and we will get it going for you guys. Anyway, if you're jumping in now, guys, great to see you. Great to hear from you. Drop me a like. Any questions? Any messages? Anything you'd like to see built next? Or what you are building right now? Or what you're going to be building in the future or thinking of? Or if you're doing any Lego stuff. Okay? Let me know what's going on with you guys. I think I found one that's the best one yet, right? And it's showing me something totally different to the point that we got up to here. So I gotta move this just off here. We'll replace it real quick, guys. Don't worry about it. But I gotta replace this piece here. It's actually supposed, because the one that was showing me yesterday on our last build was not showing me the correct. It's actually a split. It would show me a split brick, and this one is a full brick across. So it's one of these over here, the whole brick across. And the same thing goes on the other side. If I can just find it in this chaos here, as I always say. Let's just pull this out here. Put this there. Yeah, and that goes like that. Right, and I'll just find the other one and we'll do the same thing. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so it's showing me that's what it needs. Yesterday when I was looking at that, it was really difficult to see. As you guys know, I was explaining and I'm explaining today. So you have to find a really good PDF to really get it correctly. Okay, so I've got that now. So we're back on task. I didn't take the whole thing apart, so it's easy to just lock it back in. Okay, so we're right back where we were here, but with the correct pieces. Because later on, like I said, if you make one miss, it's a struggle to get everything right after. So it's also showing me something down there. Which was a sort of miss. Because like I said again, the instructions are very difficult to see and work with, right? So now it's showing me we need a flat plate. If I can just locate it in this mayhem here, and we'll move on. If you're just jumping in, guys, we're building the 7-1-8-4. All right, guys. And it's a really nice ship to build, really awesome build. If you don't have it in your collection, I would say you should go out and get it, because it's a really cool ship. Okay? So, as I'm looking, just trying to make sure everything's in place, guys, so you guys can get a better look, better build. So, have this piece that goes in here, showing that to me right now, and I want to get that correctly. Even if it's just a small piece and you're not able to see it after the build, why have it if you're not going to add it in there, if you understand what I'm saying? Right, so anyway, guys, we'll get back on task as soon as I drop this in here. A little tricky, but I'll get it there shortly. Here we go, that's in there. These two pieces are back on. Right, so we're back on task. Anyway, guys, drop me a line. Let me know what's going on with you. What are you doing for your break, if you're on break? Okay, so we're to this point now, and we're going to add the front, which is another piece that you can't find out there. They're very rare pieces. These are very rare pieces. So we need this and 2x6 flat plate here, and add 2 of these corners on them. Okay, and replace that right on the top right here. Hope you guys are seeing that well. Okay, and this is another piece that's really, again, this ship has a lot of pieces that's really rare. You're not going to be able to find them anymore out there, right? So we place one of these here. Definitely not going to find them out there anymore. So if you're trying to build this ship, make sure you get them complete. Because if you don't, you'll really struggle, okay? I've gone on the website, Lego website, for other pieces like this somewhere, and it's really, really tough finding them. Okay, so try to get it whole if you can. All right, so this goes on here, and we place this right up front, right here. Okay, that just fits right in there, just snug. So this slides in and out like that. Okay, so we're there. And now we're gonna add some hinge pieces on the top. Again, those really tricky pieces to find. I have a load of these, not in this color. I have in black, gray, red, but not in this particular, right? So what happens here, this is part of the playability right there, as you can see right away. It opens and closes like that. And something is gonna slide right in there and out. That's part of that. I just need to put the top on here, which is the cockpit. If you notice how they used to build the cockpit, just check that out, right? The control panel, it was just very basic, red with nothing really on it there. You couldn't really see anything compared to the ones now. If you look at the cockpit, you'll see it looks totally different. Anyway, let's move on and move up. Okay, so want to put a brown piece right on the top here, not a corner, and one of these. Saw it a second ago. I will be adjusting these later on, guys, so we can do a better, easier, we'll look at the brown and we'll find them much easier, right? But for now, we're working with the craziness that we have right here, guys. So stick with me. Anyway, guys, if you're jumping in, we're building the 7184. Check it out. It's a really cool ship. We'll add these on right here. 2 of those. Putting it the opposite way. We don't want to do that. All right, 2 of those. And then we need a clear one right here. Here we go. This goes right there, 1 by 2. By 2. All right, and now we're going to build a back. So we need one of these here, gray. There are a lot of similarities, but there are a lot of differences too with this build. Like particularly these, just that like I said, it's an older brown and older gray, so these are darker than the 7662, right? And you'll see it with the other ship also. Okay, so we're to this point, and we're gonna move up now, right? We're gonna go up higher, even higher. So drop me a line, guys. Let me know what's going on with you if you're jumping in. So drop me a line, guys. Let me know what's happening with you. Okay, what you're building. Okay, so we'll add this back here now. If I can just get that there. There we go. Right here is where your droid would sit. Right? And let's move up. So we'll tie this off now with some corner pieces. 2 of those. Just lock it in place. There seems to be a lot more of these. Also on the 7662, there are not a lot of this sort, the 1x2 corners. So again, that's one of the things that's different about this one. Let's change that. Here we go. Okay, we'll add the guns on now on the sides. So we'll place the guns on here. Where are my guns? Where are my guns? Where are my guns? Here we go. 2 of these. 1, 2, and we'll put the blasters at the end. Right here. 2 of these. Right? And we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. I'm also practicing for that. I spoke about it before. I'm practicing for my triple build that I'll be doing. I want to build 3 ships at once, which is a handful, but I'll take it on, guys. I'll take it on. A lot of practice. Just helps. So yeah, let me know what you're up to, guys. Let me know what you're building. All right. Drop me a line. And again, when we're finished, we'll do the comparison and see the difference of these ships and how they're built. So we'll move this over to the side now and start building one of the other parts of it. So we need 2 of those. And just place this here. 1, 2. Again, I need you guys to drop me a line because I think a lot of the things they do, they add it for the count. Because I don't think it's necessary. When I'm building some of the ships, what do you guys think about that? I think it's more about the count than anything else. But again, maybe that's just me. All right, we're going to build the back door now, I believe. So we need 2 of these, 4x10s. And we'll add across, just across here, we're going to add 1 brown piece right across there, right? And 1 of these down at the bottom here. All right, that's locked in tight. And 2 gray hinge at the ends. Okay, let's just find those. 1 of them just goes right here. And we'll find the other and just plug it in there also. So again, I'll just move these around so because they look similar. The color is so close. Just move it out of the way. That way I'll be able to find it real quick and we'll move on with the build real quick, guys. All right, if I do this, and also it'll save me the trouble the next time. Right, so I need 1 more of those. And we will move on. Here we go. Just there. And we need 2 of these again. Very tricky to plug in. Yep. Like that. And that door goes right on there. So that door goes right on here. I'm not sure if it has the same amount. The last ship has, when we checked them, it had 10 doors altogether, right? So I'm not sure if it does have the same count, but we'll see in the end if it does, right? So we place one of these down here again. Lock that in there tightly. And 2 of these down in the corner again. Make sure I put that the right way. Yeah, that's straight up. That goes perfectly like that. Just want to make sure I put it the correct direction. Right. And let's find one more and move on. All right, guys. Again, drop me a line, guys. Let me know what you're building, what you're working on, if you are working on something. If you're not, if you're just dropping in to take a look and see what it is, we're building today. We're building the 7662. Sorry, that was the earliest ship. Yeah, we're building the 7184. All right, we just need to add 2 of those brown again. There's one of them now. It's one. And I'll just find the other one here, and we will move on. It's also giving me a chance to just go through and move this stuff away, so it just makes life much easier when I'm picking them out to build. All right, so we need one more brown. There we go. Turn it on the inside. Again, you gotta make sure it's correct, because if you don't, then you have a little issue when you getting ready to lock it in. There you go. That's your 2 doors on there. And you turn that up. 1 and 2. Yep. It's a different build there. See, that just locks in just like that. Okay. We're moving up. Right, it shows that we're going to add these on now, right? And again, it's a totally different build from the last, because this just snaps in right here like this. They've really upgraded, because these just snap in, and it's sort of flimsy. You know, it's not locked in. On the other ship, this would be clipped in with something. It'd probably go with something like this. See how that locks in there? That's how it would work. You know, and it'd probably be like on the last ship, the 7662. This would be something that you can move back and forth. But obviously, they didn't do that. Okay? So there you go. And let's move on. I really thought that I'd have some hinge, because that's what I would have done. I would have added some hinge to that, so it would just lock in much better. And you'd have some playability with it. But obviously they didn't do that, as they did on the last ship. Similar to the 6210 and 75020. They really upgraded the build, which, you know, they got a lot more playability on it. If you do have that ship, you'll know what I'm talking about. Right, so let's move on now. We need some more gray. Two of these. Right side up this time. And we'll use green to hold it down the middle. Like that. And we need some grids like this. And we'll add down here some inverted corners. Same thing on both sides. Good practice. Right, and then we add this here. 1 by 2 by 2s. Doesn't want to stay, right? Okay. And down at the bottom, again, inverted. Let's put these on here first. One of those. And some of these here. You can do the same thing on the other side because it's already built. There you go. It's pretty locked in. And we add some of these right here. Right, 2 by 6. Okay. Let's see where that goes. Okay, so that's the bottom piece, and now we need to build even more. So we need these. Again, this gray is really, really old gray, guys. You could probably build this ship, but you wouldn't have this particular shade. Okay. If you built this shade comes on the ship that everyone's waiting for. I'm waiting for mine. I pre-ordered it. It's not here yet. Can't wait to get it. I've seen a couple sneak preview I put on my right. You know what ship I'm talking about. This gray particularly comes on the old Boba, the old Jango Fett ship. Right. All right. Right. Turn it over. We'll place one of these here. Okay, and that's your bottom all finished, right? And now we're going to just build the top right here. This looks similar to the back door that we built before in the last ship. From what I'm seeing, the pieces that's going to be right here. So we need some black grids now. Just locate that, some black grids. They're around here somewhere. We add the black grids on. And then move on from there. So for now, we'll add these. This also comes on the bike. It came on that ship also. I noticed they've used it a lot on the older model ships. Comes on General Grievous's ship. Bikes also. So 2 of these. And 2 of these. Goes right here. I'll make sure I got them in the right place and facing the right way. Okay, that's 1 and 2. And then we add, which I saw a second ago, 2 of these here. Doesn't want to clip in. There you go. And if you heard that, just went right in there. Right. So you add 2 of these here. Place that back. Right there, we're building the back door. And this clips right here. This clips just right there. Okay. Thought something was interesting there. So it's showing 3 spaces. We need 4. This comes out to the end. And that just clamps right in there. So you can see the playability on that already. Okay. I'm thinking that's the back door. Again, I've never built it. I bought it and I had it in my garage. Again, I did not buy it new. I bought it secondhand. Okay. So let's start building the outside now. So we need some more green on here. This goes right here. Put that in. And on the opposite side also. And this is a totally different build from everything I've seen. This just goes right here. Absolutely different build. I've never seen. If you've seen this in another ship in this format, let me know, guys. Can't say I have. And I've built a lot of ships. I have built a lot of ships, guys. Believe me. I built over 100 ships. Easily. Right, so let's add some pieces to this, to the puzzle here. 2 of these. Inverted again. And more inverted corners. I hope you can see that there, guys. Right, and now we're going to stack on the top of that 1 of these and a corner. I'd have to say they stuck with the same shape on the corners and stuff like that. They did stick with the same shape, because that other ship, I can't wait to build a 3rd one and see if they did stick with these sort of pyramid looking triangle type pieces. Right, so we're there. Let's add some gray pieces now. Down the side. It's right here. 1, 2, 4 of these. Locate that other one. Here we go. 4 of these. Right, and we need some hinge. This is a strange part to me. I haven't seen this. Also, again, we'll see what it does at the end. What it's specifically for. Must be some door opening or something like that. But let's see. Again, I've never built this particular ship before, so it's an adventure to me. I built a 7662 a million times. Let's find that last one. Okay, there you go. It's locked in. Place some of these here now. 2 times either side. Again, they could have built that, because these come as a single. This 2 levels, when I say, right? Okay, we're moving up, guys. We're moving up, and we're going to just clamp that in now, I believe. But before we do that, we have to add some brown on here. So that's 1 to lock that in place, and 2, so those 1 by 10. Sorry, yeah, 1 by 2 by 10. Let's get that correct. On the top, we're going to place some gray. These, just on the top here now, right? But before we do that, we'll add some more inverted black pieces here. That wasn't locked in pretty tightly. Okay. Looking really good now, guys. We are looking really, really good. We're looking stunning, as a matter of fact. Stunning. All right, so let's add these in after we add 2 of these. Just goes floating around the corner here, which is very strange. But it will lock in after, because it lines up there. And we add these right here. There you go. And we'll put some gray on the top. Again, this is some really old gray, man. Absolutely old gray. Sort of unstable there. I thought so. Sort of unstable here. This is there's nothing under it. On the last build, when you got to this point, something like that, there'll always be something just right under so it fits in place. But this one doesn't have anything under it directly. There you go. It's in place now. And the opposite side, repeat the same thing. Like I said, it's good for my trilogy build that I'm going to be doing at once. We'll add some of these here also. But before we do, got to add one of these here. Just right there like that. And do the same thing on the opposite side. There we go. This goes right here, 1x2. Sand color, if you want to call it that. Camo, tan. Okay, and we're moving up, guys. We're looking really, really good now. Really good. Add some pieces onto this. There's a lot of building on this piece here. Okay. So we need some corners. Going outside. 2 of those. And those are 1x2s by 2. And now we're going to add some 2s by 4. And some gray again. The corner grays. These. Just right here. And almost there. There. So guys, drop me a line if you're jumping in and check out what we're building. All right. And we'll keep continuing to build. Watch for it. Again, all right, guys. Stay tuned. Watch the trilogy. This is BOBAbrickz, and may Lego be with you.